Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. Today the emphasis is on Hyundai. Who's this?
My name is Gus, no it's Mike obviously, and this is
Gabby. So we are here every single weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring you guys a full live walk around of a select Kia or Hyundai vehicle. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays are our Hyundai days. And each other day of the week is going to be focused on Kia. Tomorrow we will have a surprise live or just a fun live. It's going to be Phone In Friday where you guys can ask us questions. It'll be like a live Q&A chat. So we're actually doing this in real time, and we do these videos for 3 reasons. Number 1, you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle and you may want to know more about the car that you have, just some tips and tricks. We've done a video on just about anything Kia and Hyundai.
Number 2, if you're in the market for a vehicle, we definitely would like you to consider buying a Hyundai or a Kia.
And then number 3, if you do decide on one of our vehicles and you live in Ontario, in Canada, why not buy it from us? We have 3 stores, Brantford Kia, where I work and where we film every day, Brantford Hyundai, where Mike works,
yes.
and Mike is at every day, and then Owen Sound Hyundai, which is a little bit more on the outskirts of Ontario, but still, all of our dealerships will take great care of you and make sure you're treated like family, but the good kind of family.
Exactly.
We'll also show you guys how you can join our next live video. So like I said, we go every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is open up YouTube, whether it be on a desktop or mobile browser, and go to the Kia Hyundai channel. It'll look a little something like this. And then if it's 2 p.m., or if it's before 2 p.m., it's going to show our upcoming video with the title upcoming just over there. If it's 2 p.m. or after, once you refresh it, it's going to show up as a live video. You can see now we got our live broadcast going. You can just click it as you would a regular YouTube video. It'll load you in. You may have to watch an ad. We always get car ads because that's what we film, right?
Yes.
But just ignore that. So let me skip it. And you'll also see on the right side, we have our live chat box. So you guys can ask us questions, you can make comments. I saw someone say it looks outdated already, and I don't know, I have to disagree with you there. There's a lot of great tech in here. I think the styling on the venue is quite nice, especially with some of the fun colors that they offer. And yeah, so ask us questions, you can say hello, you can comment on the vehicle. Just make sure it's nice. Not nice, if you can speak your mind, but don't leave bad comments. All right, next we'll take a look at the car itself, so come on down. So this is our beautiful 2023 Hyundai Venue Preferred. It has the 2-tone color options, so you'll notice the roof of the vehicle, the mirrors, and just some of its general accents are all black. Now you can get this vehicle in a variety of fun colors. Check the Hyundai website for all of them. Unfortunately, we don't have a stock full of every single color in this car. I wish we did to show you guys, but I'll quickly turn the lights on, so bear with me 1 second while Mike will focus on the grille. So you can see we have our beautiful Hyundai logo and then a nice almost cross-like pattern integrated into the grille. Beautiful headlight and daytime running light design. It's definitely Hyundai with those kind of slanted daytime running lights or those narrow daytime running lights.
Similar to Santa Fe's.
Yeah, Santa Fe, Kona,
Yep.
A bunch of our vehicles have that design. So let's get those lights on. These are halogen lights, and while they are halogens, they are still quite bright, and I will say, with these lights, they do emit a bit of heat. So if you do live somewhere cold and icy, yesterday we thought it was already spring, and then we got kind of an ice and hail storm. It's great to have halogen lights because they'll melt snow and ice off of your headlight unit, which means no scraping involved. We've got a beautiful kind of chromish garnish down there as well, and then some white with more of that cross-like pattern there. So the design is very fluid in this vehicle. You get a lot of repetitive designs, not a lot of clashing, which I quite like. For our wheels, we have these 15-inch machine finished alloy wheels. So we'll take a look there. The trim level below this vehicle does have steel wheels with covers, so I definitely recommend moving over to this trim level, not just for the wheels, there's a bunch of other tech and safety features that are added on this trim. And today we're going to talk about why it's a great value trim level. Number 1 of those features that are added in this trim is the blind spot detection. So I'll quickly have Mike focus in on the mirror. You'll see that we have our little blind spot icon. So if there was a car either in my left or right blind spot, that would light up. And then if I still turn my turn signal on, whether it be to change lanes or make a turn while there's a car there, it will beep at me and it can correct you. So great safety feature to have. While we're over here, I'll also have Mike talk about the MSRP and the fuel efficiency.
For sure. This is where you see the value in a vehicle like this, obviously, if you're in the market for one that suits your lifestyle. So we've got 24,724 as total MSRP. A great fuel efficiency of 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. That's mixed city and highway. If you have a light foot like me, you can challenge yourself to get that around 6, which I know I can do.
I will tell you guys that in price point wise, this is very similar to the Kia Forte and the Hyundai Elantra, but of course you have a completely different body style. This one's more like a crossover, so it may be more practical to you. Definitely consider the Venue if you are thinking of Elantra or Hyundai. So let's talk about the practicality. For cargo space, we got a lot of room and of course much more height than you would get in a sedan. This is removable, it's just a privacy cover, so you unclip it there and you can even tuck it in underneath your floorboard here. Talking about what's underneath here, we do have a temporary spare tire and your kit, of course. But besides that, you can see it's still quite deep. Oh, yeah. So I have a good amount of room between the floorboard and where my hand ends. And then it's even deeper after that. So lots of room there. Your rear seats do fold down in a 60-40 split. So let's actually fold that down to demonstrate. We'll get this side. And you can see they fold almost completely flat. So whether you have pets or you just got a lot of stuff to move, it could even be furniture, small appliances, not a refrigerator or anything, you can make it work with the Venue, that's for sure. So there's a really impressive amount of space in this vehicle. It is front wheel drive. That's something we get asked a lot being in Canada, but we do have some traction modes, which I'll talk about once we get in the car. Another design element I wanted to point out is the roof rails. So these come with this trim level. They aren't flush either, so they are raised, which makes them a little bit more practical for whatever you may keep on your roof. So it's great. You have the added bonus of extra storage in the trunk area, and then of course your roof rails. And then before we hop in, we'll talk a little bit about what's under the hood. So this is a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine, and we also have an IVT transmission. Fuel efficiency in this vehicle is fantastic for a vehicle of this size. That's not hybrid, of course. But yeah, it's no power horse, that's for sure. But it is definitely a practical vehicle, and it's quite tech-friendly. So let's talk a little bit about that when we get inside. I'll have Mike show the seats before I hop in. So these are cloth seats, and both the front driver's seat and passenger seat are heated. You'll get 3 different levels of heat for either passenger or driver. Another thing that you get added into this trim is the leather-wrapped and heated steering wheel. So once again, Canadian winters are no joke. It is so nice to get into your vehicle that you can remote start, by the way. It's got remote start on the key fob. And just be nice and warm. Turn on your heated steering wheel. You don't have to wear gloves in the car. That way you can even use your touch screen. Of course, no gloves, right? So great features to have. I'll talk a little bit about what's over here before Mike joins me. So we have a brightness selector that we can quickly change the illumination of the display up here. So if you find it's a little too harsh for your eyes at night or a bit too dim during the day. We also have traction control. Our light stock, this is pretty standard, but one thing that is cool is we do have automatic high beams. So this vehicle will turn off its high beams if it senses another vehicle in front of you or oncoming traffic, whatever it may be, or even just enough light around you. So if you enter the city, it'll shut them off for you. It's great, you don't have to think about your high beams. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have our volume and media controls. So a quick way to change the volume of whatever you're listening to, and you can even press this down like a button to quickly mute anything. Over here we have kind of our secret track. You can go to your next radio station or your next song that's queued. Mode will switch you between your different media modes, so whether it be AM radio, FM radio, Bluetooth audio, Apple CarPlay, it'll switch between all of them. Oh. And then just underneath there, we do have our phone controls. Right now our gimbal's a little crazy. There we go. So we have a button to answer the phone if you get an incoming call. And then this star is actually a blank button that you can set to do whatever you'd like. So a lot of people choose it to be the reject or end call feature. But once I press this down, it's going to go up to the screen on our main screen here, which lets me pick what it does. So here you could do reject or end call, make it go into privacy mode, voice memo, home, whatever it may be. But we'll let the next customer, or not the next customer, the first customer of this vehicle choose that. On the right side over here, we have our cruise control. So we can quickly turn it on, set our speed, pause it or restart it. And then with this button here, we can browse our menus through our display. So you'll see we have a very, very nice, very modern digital display here. It's not fully digital in the sense that we can't change everything that's displayed here. You can see, there we go. In our center area, we can show our lane settings. We can show our drive info, so our consumption. User assistance, your cluster, and your convenience. I'm going to show you guys driver assistance first. So here we can set the warning volume. This is for all your safety related features if you find it's a little bit too noisy or a little bit too quiet. Driver attention warning. Here you can set the sensitivity and lead vehicle departure. So this will actually let you know when the car ahead of you is left. It's great for busy intersections or stop and go traffic. Under driving safety, we can turn on forward safety, which is your forward collision avoidance, and then the warning, so you can make it be a little bit later or leave it as normal. Lane safety, this is going to be your lane keep assist icon. So right over there, you can turn it off in this menu here if you don't like it, and you'll see that icon went away. Blind spot, which I spoke a little bit about earlier, and then safe exit assist. So I'm going to explain safe exit assist my best, or as best I can, without actually showing you how it works. So if you parallel park this vehicle on a busy street and a bunch of other cars are coming up behind you, you want to exit your vehicle, your blind spot detection is going to pick up if there's a car coming, and it's going to warn you not to exit your vehicle yet. So great feature to have. Definitely recommend it, especially this is a very city-focused car. It's great for people that commute or drive around in the city. It's nice to have. I will also say it's a very easy car to park, and the backup camera is so crystal clear that you can really see where you're going. And then just the windows too, so the whole shape of the vehicle. It's very square, boxy, not as boxy as the Kia Soul, but that makes the window and visibility so easy. So very easy to drive. I'll now have Mike join me in the passenger side, and we'll talk about everything else.
Yeah, Paul, I agree there. Great car to do deliveries in if you're working for a food delivery company too.
Sorry?
No, someone was just saying great car for a student. And
Oh,
I go
yeah.
great car if you're one of those food deliveries too as well as a part-time. And
Oh, you could take so many like orders in here too.
Oh, yeah.
You could just
Oh,
drop
yeah.
everything off. All right, guys. So I will say I'm not the tallest person, so I'm usually not the best person to showcase headroom, but there's a lot of car above me, so I have lots of room. I don't feel cramped at all in my seat, so the bolstering is not too high. The seats themselves are very comfy. One thing I do have to say about Kia and Hyundai, they excel at heated seats and heated steering wheel. Literally no joke. This entire wheel heats up. It's not just certain touch points, so no matter how you like to drive, your hands will be nice and warm. Also, it will shut off once it gets too hot. So usually it's about 30 minutes. It will turn off, but it will give you a warning, and you can select to put it back on if you'd like. And then also cloth seats heat up way faster than leather seats. Just a little tip, or I guess trick, something I've noticed. On our screen here, this is an 8-inch touchscreen display, and get this. This vehicle has a feature that you can't even get on the highest trimmed or most expensive vehicle. Let's say the Ioniq 6 or the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. We don't have wireless CarPlay or Android Auto in these vehicles, but we have it here. So anything with our 8-inch display means whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can wirelessly cast, oh my gosh, through CarPlay or Android Auto onto the screen here. So that means your Google Maps, your Waze, your Spotify, your Apple Music, your Maps. I already said maps, but whatever map feature you use, even for if you have an EV, you can even get those EV apps that show you chargers, and you'll have everything there. I especially love it for Spotify because you can browse whatever music you'd like. You can tell your Siri or your Google Assistant to play a select artist, and it's all through your phone, but projected there, which means you don't need a cord with you. If you forget your phone cable, you can still have it. It's perfect. And then you'll get calls and text messages as well. That being said, this vehicle does not have built-in navigation, but it's great and seamless to use from your phone if you do use CarPlay or Android Auto. Some things that the screen does have, regardless of the CarPlay and Android Auto, sorry I said that word so many times, we of course still have Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone, you can connect multiple phones, get phone calls, text messages, have your car read them out to you and respond to them, and also make calls without going through your screen or going on your phone, which is great. Other than that, we have AM radio and FM radio too, so you can save your presets. And our backup camera, so let's show you that. I spoke about it earlier, but check it out. So very, very good quality here. You can see the dirt marks on the floor. You can see the grout, our garage door. We need to clean our floor really bad. Yeah. Every time I show the camera, I'm like, yeah, it's still dirty. All right, so we'll take a look down here now. We do have some physical buttons. So rather than scrolling through the screen, especially while you're driving, you can quickly press radio, media, seek, track, whatever you need to get to with those physical buttons. You still have a volume knob, which I do love, and then your tune or file knob. Over here we have our hazards, our climate control, so temperature of course with the blue and red icons, and then our fan speed or recirculated air. Then over here we have our fan direction. You do have AC in this car, of course. And then your rear window and side mirror defrost. A lot of people ask about if our vehicles do have heated side mirrors, and they do. So they're powered. You can control them through here. You don't have to get out and push them however you like. And they do melt snow and ice off your car. So again, no scraping involved over there. So no scraping on your headlights, no scraping on your mirrors, no scraping on your rear windshield. What more could you ask for? And then over here we do have a little storage tray, a USB, a 12 volts outlet, and then a USB-C. So a lot of modern phones come with USB-C cables now when you buy them. It's really great that you have that option there, and it does charge much faster than a regular USB, I will say. All right, moving on. We got our gear shift. It is an automatic IVT transmission, so it just performs like a regular vehicle. You do have the option to manually select your gear if you'd like by knocking it over, and you'll see the plus and the minus, so upshift or downshift are illuminated. It's really hard to tell in video, but you can up or downshift your vehicle if you'd like, if you want to feel extra sporty. Then, also if you want to feel extra sporty, you have the option of drive or traction modes. So look what happens when I select a drive mode. All you have to do is turn the dial. We have the option of eco, normal, or sport. Kind of changes the display of the clusters as well too. So you see it's red, now it's blue, greenish blue, back to blue. This is going to change the way the vehicle performs. So sport is going to hold your gear a little longer, a little higher, so it'll go up to higher RPMs. It's also going to give you a little bit of a power boost. So your vehicle is going to accelerate a bit quicker, your throttle is going to be a bit more sensitive, and your steering will be a bit stiffer. Eco mode will kind of do the opposite, so it's going to want to shift gears quicker to be a little bit more efficient. It's going to feel a little bit more dull, but you're going to get better fuel efficiency, which is fantastic. And the normal is kind of just a nice middle ground. It's just a regular vehicle. You know, you can pass people on the highway if you need. If you need that extra boost, flip it in sport, put it in eco when you're back in the city. Whatever you like, this vehicle can adjust. But not only, if I press this down, it turns into traction. So you'll see now traction's illuminated. And we have 3 more options. So in this vehicle, we get, let's see if it'll focus, there we go, snow, mud, and sand. And although this vehicle doesn't have all-wheel drive, it's still going to play with the electronic stability control, your traction control, to give you optimal traction in those conditions. So in snow, I still recommend snow tires, of course, just because we get bad snow here sometimes. It's going to help as best it can to, you know, minimize slippage. I hate that word, but that's the simplest way to put it. All right, here's your physical buttons for the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. So it's nice how it illuminates to let you know what level you're on. You got a handbrake here, 2 cup holders, normal sized cup holders. Then in the center, we have our tiny little center console. This isn't our biggest console, but it is fairly deep, so you can still put whatever goods you need in there. And then before we head to the back, I'll have Mike show our little shelf and our glove box.
I like how it's, you know, it's nothing falls out.
Yeah, so it's kind of, it has a lip to it, right?
Sometimes you have shelves where it's like if you know, if you hit the gas hard enough, like goodbye everything. And of course a tiny little glove box too.
Yeah.
So very efficient, compact vehicle.
It's compact, but it's not squished.
Yeah.
So I think even if you flip the camera, if you hold it out like a selfie, you can see we're not that close. So shoulder to shoulder, we got a good amount of room between us. So we're not squished at all. It doesn't feel tiny. All right, now we're going to quickly show you guys the back and how much legroom the rear seats have, and then we'll answer some questions.
Oh, wait, let me put this seat up. Give me 1 second because, put this back up. Oh, that was easy.
Super easy. So yeah, it's pretty easy to move everything around in here. All right, so there's not too much going on here. That's a good thing. We got what we need. So the seat's super comfy. I really do like how they have this design as well too. It just kind of breaks. It's not a boring interior. The back seats of the front driver and passenger seats are plastic. So if you have kids or pets, super easy to clean. You just wipe it down. There are no rear air vents here, which, I mean, on a vehicle of this size, I don't think it's a huge issue because you do get a lot of airflow from the front, of course. Other than that, I mean, we got speakers, seat belts.
Very simple.
We got car seat anchors, and that's it.
And
I will say,
angled bottle holder.
Yeah, we got the bottle holder as long as there's a lid. I will say this is how, not normally how I'd sit. I definitely had to extend to reach the pedal, but I have a good amount of leg room for sure. So knee room and then feet room and then just general leg room. I'm supposed to recline, so this is how I'd actually sit if I was sitting in my seat. And then headroom-wise, I have a ton of room, so there's a lot of headspace here. Sitting in the center seat, the hump of the vehicle, or I guess the center hump, isn't too high, so I'm not really hunched over, and then my seat is quite reclined, so I'm very comfy, like very, very comfy. The cloth definitely lets you sit in or sink in a little bit more too, so it's comfortable, that's for sure. I will also say, this might be a little bit weird, but I find that the windows are very open, like not some sedans where they kind of slope a little bit more, so I feel like I have more space than I might actually have, sorry.
Like open concept.
Yeah, more open concept.
Yeah. I'm surprised with the headroom too. You
Yeah.
could have wore a top hat in there. Still would have been good.
You know what I gotta say? This vehicle is great for people that don't like the Kia Soul, but like the Kia Soul. So they may not love the styling of it, but they like how comfortable it is and how spacious it is. This one looks less boxy, that's for sure, but it still has some of the benefits of being a little boxy. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't think you'll have an issue with putting your car seat back there, honestly. This vehicle, literally, if I were to take a look at it, would be a great vehicle for, obviously, yes, like a student, someone who's not driving it around as much. For me personally, this would be a great second vehicle, right? We've got one vehicle where we do everything else in, which can be, is an SUV in my world. But I would be able to definitely get by in more, for a second vehicle like this, where I can pick up the kids in, do some light errands and groceries too as well. Or if I'm going anywhere far on my own, I definitely want to save money on that gas, right? So an efficient vehicle, the price is great for it. And what we'll say is, if you look at other competitive, let's say brands, this one comes, with a good amount for the preferred. A lot of little surprises there tech-wise.
The advancements in its technology are outstanding, I agree. How big is the front trunk space? So this vehicle, it's not an EV, so we have an engine in there.
Yeah.
There is no front trunk space, that's for sure.
Zero. Can you change driving modes during driving? Yes, you can change drive and terrain modes, which I do very often. And it's great because you could be in a situation where you're going eco and then, whoa, I got to pass some people, merge some lanes. You could switch it. It responds in a second. Less than a second.
Let's see. Outdated? Come on, don't say that. Mike is a good dude.
Am I outdated? I guess it was. No, we were talking about the car, not me.
Are you sure?
Well,
I'm joking.
I will be in August when I turn a something zero number.
Oh no. 80.
Yeah, 80 divided by 2. That's honestly that. If someone thought 50, no, guys, come on. That would break my heart.
Let's see. I got my Tucson PHEV. This is Bruce Michael, so yeah. I got my Tucson PHEV yesterday. Sorry you didn't have the opportunity to put it on your channel.
Yes, and you know what the funny thing is? I knew when I found out it was coming in, I'm like, let me message him. But then the comments didn't transfer over to me to message him on it. So I just thought, you know what am I going to tell you? It's coming in an hour. I'm glad you got it, though. I'm glad you got it.
Do you know what the wait time is once ordered for a venue?
For a venue?
Yeah. What's your availability like?
I'm gonna say about 3 to 5 months.
3 to 5 months.
Yeah, I want to go high on that one. But like I said, we've been getting a lot more inventory in.
Yeah.
I saw one come in and it wasn't even like accounted for. It just came in and then, it was gone in 2 weeks. I actually wanted to shoot that one today, but it was gone.
Do you sell most of them before they hit the lot?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, all of them. All of them mainly. We get lucky sometimes, right, with cancellations and allocations, but you
Almost
thought 30?
all our cars.
Yeah, exactly. Christian thought 30. That's awesome. Thank you.
Let's see. Any idea when the Soul EV is arriving at the dealers? And Andy, I'm not too sure, so we don't have any confirmation of any Soul EVs being built or on their way. We do know that they are at the end of their life cycle, though, so there will probably only be, I don't even know if we'll get another one before they cut them off. But it is the last year for the Soul EV, which is very sad. I'm heartbroken. I'm glad to now, if only I can get it back for my wife to drive. Oh, she's gonna love it though. She's gonna be very happy. Dale says, well, I have 30 plus years on Mike, so.
Trying to make me feel good. Thank you. I'm not afraid of age. I actually love it, right? Because it's just more life experience. I would want to tell you guys that even though this is a 23, obviously the 22s are extremely identical to this, and we do have a handful of 22s, and we have a bunch coming in too as well. So if you don't mind something 15,000 kilometers and less, definitely come look at the 2022s.
Hank said Brantford Hyundai is a beautiful dealership. When can we get a tour? So I was actually, I asked Mike today, I'm like, because they're setting up a very interesting display and I want to film the tour while that is there.
Yes.
So I asked them, when can we film it? And they're like, it's a mess right now.
Yeah, we're in the middle of that, but it will be, you know that like tail end of cleaning your house where it just takes 10 more minutes and then everything looks amazing? We're at that. So by Monday, we'll be fully ready, and any day next week we choose that. But very excited. We've got a lot of our newer models in there too. I won't spoil the surprise with some great little pieces we have.
Yeah,
right?
It's very cool. Like,
yes.
I think it's awesome. When are you guys getting the 2024 Sonata N line? Oh my gosh, so obviously just like all you guys, we saw the release for the Sonata photos. Me and Mike were talking about this just before. It looks amazing.
Oh, I couldn't even, I looked at the picture, I just wanted to sit inside it right away.
I want to trade my car in.
Yeah, it looks really nice inside. I love the styling, I love the design. You could look to see us getting them available for test drive. A couple of our 24s, sometime in June. Right, so I'll say June, I'll long shot that, but that's where you'll see, you know, the new Santa Fe, right? Because that's redesigned. Obviously, the new Sonata too. A month earlier, or very soon, a month or two earlier, you're going to see Ioniq 6s too as well in our lot, which will see on this video. So rest assured, guys, as soon as it hits a lot, this is the first place I will be peeling stickers. Like that's how new it will be. And it's around the corner.
We should do an unwrapping video once we get them. Like actually get one right off the truck and just like time lapse it.
I enjoy that too much myself, right? I love peeling off, especially I got a new fridge. That was fun. Okay.
Let's see. Angel said, hi team. Are there other models with additional features? Yes. So if you're asking about the Venue, which I assume, the trim level above, so this is the middle trim. There's 3 of them in Canada. The Ultimate, it gets LEDs. It's also going, oh my gosh, I just almost like rolled my ankle off. You're also going to get a sunroof and just a different cloth look. So it's still going to be cloth seats, but they're going to be a more premium look to them. And then automatic climate control. So you don't add any safety features, but
you get a little, you get a little bit more luxuries.
You get a little bit more spice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I would say this one might be the better value trim level in my opinion, but it really comes down to what's important to you. Some people cannot function without a car with a sunroof. Like they need a sunroof.
I need a sunroof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would make sense, but to anyone else, I definitely would recommend going with this one though.
Yes.
Tuesday at Brantford Hyundai, sweet. Ioniq 5 or 6, please. So no Ioniq 6 yet, right?
No.
You guys didn't get one yet.
No. Give me a month. Yeah, no, we did get word that we are getting them in soon. What is this? Do I see a bit of Porsche inspiration there, or am I crazy? Did we have the mics on when we spoke about a Porsche? No. Oh, wait, no, you're not crazy. You're talking about with the Ioniq 6?
Ioniq 6 and the Sonata.
It's crazy because I can take a look at the Ioniq 6 and tell you like 4 sports cars. I think it looks like, right? So it's in the eye, beauty in the eye of the beholder. You could be right.
The whole thing. I love Porsches.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not wearing a Kia or Hyundai shirt right now. It's arguably my favorite manufacturer, other than Kia and Hyundai. My dream car is a Porsche, but they have a very distinct and almost bubbly look to them, right? A lot of people say they got frog eyes. They're very bubbly. Their headlights super round, and I do kind of see that because the Sonata kind of had that catfish-like or like guppy style look to it. So I do see a little bit of similarities for sure. Any predictions on Ioniq N models? No predictions. We know there's going to be the RN22E.
22E, yes. So it's there. Hey, if you go watch a video previously that we have on our channel, we actually show it at the auto show. It looks really nice. If they come with that nice N logo in the grille, like that to me was amazing just looking at it firsthand.
Andy said, so Kia has not delivered any sold EVs, and now you're saying they will not be arriving at the dealers. So we don't have any confirmed being built right now. That's not to say maybe next month we will get something in our allocation for a sold EV, but we do know that this will be the last year for them, and at this point we don't have any confirmed coming in. So I don't know what to say. Right now, the way Kia stores are getting their cars is based off allocation, so there's no more factory order bank for customers. Can we compare the Ioniq 6 to the Kia EV6 side by side? Absolutely. As soon as we get an Ioniq 6. That's the only thing holding us back right now.
I feel like Hannah gives me half of my storyboards that
Yeah.
I put together, right? No, great thing. If we get it in, if they have an EV6,
Mm-hmm.
you know, at the same time, for sure.
LKA and LFA differences. So lane keep assist or lane follow assist differences. And the best way I can put it is lane keep assist. It's the icon that has a car with a lane beside it, so 2 lanes beside it. And the lane follow assist has 2 lanes and a steering wheel. Now what they do is lane follow assist will kind of see what's happening on the road and keep going with it. So it'll steer for you. It's going to give, it's not an autopilot, but it's pretty close. So it's going to give driver input to keep you centered on the road. Lane keep assist is going to let you know when you're about to depart from your lane. So if you go to change lanes without signaling your turn, it's going to go, It'll beep at you. It'll try to correct you. I don't like that feature at all. And I'm very straight up about that. I tell my customers that, but I always say try it because some people may love that. They want to know if they're merging or departing from their lane. You can have them both on at the same time, and you don't really get out of your lane, but if you give enough steering input, then it will alert you.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but I do use it. I mean, you know when you're kind of on a winding road and you're in the middle, there's 2 cars beside you and you're like, oh, I put it on so that I know like I am not leaving this, crossing these lines. So it's good for that, but it could feel ping-pongy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, which is the part I don't like.
It's always a little bit difficult explaining it to somebody without being in a car and showing them the difference.
Yeah.
But hopefully that was clear enough to explain. Let's see. Mike, when you get the Ioniq 6 at your dealership, I will bring my EV6 for the side-by-side comparison.
For sure. I see what's going on. You're just making sure your EV6 was the best choice possible.
Yeah.
You want us to compare it to all these cars. Of course, that would be awesome. Do anything different to your car? Because that would be cool too. I don't know if you've added anything or done anything.
Well, he got the car's nails done. I remember that.
Nice.
No, a nail got in the tire.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Nails undone, I guess.
Yeah. I remember, so Hank is a customer of ours, if you guys couldn't tell already.
Yeah.
And I guess, he got a nail in his tire, and he came up to me, he's like, Gabby, I just got my nails done, you want to see? I'm like, okay, I guess, why are you taking me outside? But yeah, it was funny. New Sonata is sick, did you see that? Yes, Dawn, we did, and we were just talking about that, it looks amazing. Angel said, still waiting for the G70 if possible, please.
Oh,
it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to take that home when it comes in. But yeah, I know. I mean, if we come across it, for sure.
Yeah, the only issue is, of course, we're not a Genesis dealer, so we don't get these vehicles as stock. We only got the GV60 because our dealership purchased it.
Yeah, exactly.
To sell as a used car. I don't know. We haven't really gotten that many questions on today's videos, but if you are watching this, please leave us a like. If you have any questions, we are going to get off soon. So I guess send them in now. Which models generate the most interest from customers, and which cars do customers end up buying? So for Kia, our most popular vehicles are definitely the Forte, the Seltos, the Sorento, and then the Sportage.
That's like the whole lineup almost. Yeah.
All our cars are so popular. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, for us, the Tucson. A lot of people. I mean, I see a ton of Tucsons. Search-wise, the Venue searched a lot online, right? But
yeah,
I mean, it's Tucson for me, in my opinion. I do see a lot of orders on Tucson. I see a lot of those come in and come out. Mainly, the interest is more on hybrid, right? Tucson.
Yeah. Let's see. Thoughts on the facelift 2024 Sonata. It looks beautiful.
Yeah,
so we mentioned that a couple minutes ago. Someone said, what's your OF? So OnlyFans. And guys, no.
I'll tell you mine. No, I don't have one. I don't have one.
What about OnlyVans? I'll make a channel and it's only dedicated to the Kia Carnival.
Yeah.
Just van reviews.
Yeah, exactly. Mom, I don't have an OnlyFans account. Anyways, I just have to make that clear. Lunar Orange Soul. Do you still have that one? We had one, but it's gone. I think you was talking about the used one that we had, or
we had an incoming new one, but I believe it's sold. Okay, guys. I think this live has gone some places.
It's taken a turn. It's
definitely taken a turn. So while we're on a good side or a good note, I think we'll end off today's video. And then, of course, tomorrow we will be going live. And like I mentioned at the beginning of today's video, it will be a question and answer period. So whether it's about wait times, if Pat dyes his hair, when cars that don't exist yet are coming.
Exactly.
Literally anything you guys can ask us, and we'll dedicate 30 minutes of our days to come ask questions, chat with you guys, see what's up. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.